Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today is Wednesday. We have got a stunning map today, but before we look at this, I've got a bit of vital information about Monday's map that I forgot to give you. It's
my first map.
That's right. So if you need to go back and change any comments or votes, please feel free to do so. Meanwhile, today's map, some vital information about it. It's
my first map.
That's right. And it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. It's not one for the faint of heart. Promise you, this one is going to be a proper fight to work. But it does look very nice indeed. And what do we do about things that look very nice? That's right. We say how nice they look. And we click the like button because we're nice people. Thanks for your support. Today's map is Windham County by Nouvilas. I'm guessing Nouvilas is new houses, and total guess. Windham County real life location. There's your start square. Start square is pretty reasonable. Lots of land there, none of it flat, as you can tell by the terrain height map. There's barely any flat land on this map at all. Proper challenge for you here, my friends. Proper challenge. The resources look like this. We've got a lot of trees all centered in the middle of the map, which is good. Why waste trees on the edge of the map? And then off to the workshop. Trust me with the fishing, it's just a bit of salmon. Okay, a little bit of salmon. We've got park life as a requirement. It's more of a recommendation. It's not essential. We will be using the Clara map theme, the relight neutral LUTs. There are some trees to subscribe to, not many, and definitely the unlimited trees mod. Trust me, you definitely want to be using that one. Now, obviously, with any map, always read through the description. This one tells you that it is a real life location, but that they are a GM, which I guess means they're genetically modified. Oh no, Games Master. They're a Games Master. Not sure what game, but they were using this for their actual game development, and it's based on a real life location, Windham County, which I do believe is in Connecticut, which I remember is in the northern part of the United States of America, northern eastern side of the United States. It's from memory. I do take notice sometimes. That's where it turns out it's like a suburb in Hawaii. Bonbon, you're always getting it wrong, Bonbon. I know. I try my best. Okay, right. What can I tell you about today's map? Not for the faint of heart. That's right. It's hilly. You might have noticed that already. The roads are a little better towards the middle of the map, off towards the edge of the map where you're not really expected to be playing, to be fair, only if you've got the 81 tile mod, in which case it's your own damn fault, I guess. We've got slightly clunky looking bridges, like here. It's not really perfectly aligned, and when you come down to ground level, it's like gradient on it. It just looks awkward. Doesn't even align at the end either. So yeah, it's a bit clunky. I think this is a map where if you're going to be playing this one, you are going to be fixing the networks as you go. I'll tell you this in advance. Please, if you're holding any scissors or sharp items, could you put them down now, please? Thank you. Have you done that? There is rail on this map. Don't touch them. Thank you. I know you haven't seen them yet, but the ER and the emergency rooms, they're a bit busy right now, okay? With people with proper problem issues, not people that are stabbing themselves in the eyes, having not even seen the rail yet, okay? It's not as bad as you think it's going to be. But as you can judge by the roads, Nouvilas' strength is not in the networking. And I think they maybe need to be introduced to the parallel road tool, which is a great mod, has its limitations, but it is a great mod. And but the one thing they have done right here, I think, is they've done a lot of terrain work to sort of like level out the area, and they've cleared the road, cleared the trees from the road. So there's actually a lot of good work gone into this. They just needed to finish it off with some cleaner roads, some parallel road tool roads where there's the equidistant. And yes, of course, you'd have to use it all the way, and you can bring them together, or you can do little deviations. Oh, sorry, just drop. I seem to have a problem with the battery in my mouse, and I'm going to have to go and buy a new battery. But it's not strictly essential purchase a battery, and if I go out to the shop to buy a battery, I'm going to be scorned upon. So for the time being, you just have to make do with me occasionally, the mouse dropping out. So yes, it's just a wee bit, the roads coming together a little bit here as well. Wee bit clunky with the networking, and if you take on this map, you are going to want to, if you want a beautifully detailed map, and it is a beautiful map to play on, you're going to want a beautiful network. And the roads, let's be fair, the roads aren't the worst we've seen. They're just far from the best. Come together here, they even like cross over each other a little bit here, but that's not the worst part of the entire map and the network. You can probably see it already in the distance. Yeah, we have got a little bit of terrain glitching through the highway here. That is not pretty, a big fail, and we don't want to, we don't want to see this. Nope. No, we don't want to see that. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can, I need to probably stop the traffic. How about stop the traffic? Have we got away with it? Oh, we've just about got away with it. Yeah, that is not pretty. What that is an elevated section at ground level, and that's just forcing the what was it, proper underneath there is just glitching through. It's not pretty. This cutting I don't mind at all. I think that works quite well, and so we'll just head on up this way towards the start square. Now, let's talk theme and LUTs. Now, I've been misquoted many times by, where I say Clara, I don't like Clara. That's not true. I really do like Clara. I just think it gets chosen badly by some map creators, because it certainly is a great one for a tropical map, tropical island map maybe. But I wouldn't normally have used it in this scenario for Connecticut. It's not really somewhere I would have gone with the Clara theme. Or let me just point out here, you see these big trees hanging on the edge of this cliff. I don't mind foliage on the edge of cliffs, but these ones look too big. Where are the roots going to go? Imagine the roots are as big as the trees. A smaller foliage on the side of cliffs if you're going to have any. Maybe one tree outcropping and then some foliage around the base of it to hide the fact that it's just hanging in there, maybe, possibly. Oh, and also this is just there. Maybe an embankment up to there would have been better. But yes, going back to Clara, I think it really works really well with this map. I think the stone cliff texture looks amazing, and I think the choice of the relight neutral LUT working with it works really nicely indeed. Oh, we're at the start square intersection. We've made it here, and this is a good intersection. There's all sorts of good about that. I like that. There's also all sorts of bad about the tree clipping through it. That's in your start square. What's going on here? That is not the prettiest. Never have a tree clipping through your start square intersection. Drop the mouse again, and I'm now clipping through the highway. Never have a camera clipping through your highway. This is all going pear-shaped. Now, somewhere in this start square should be a little asset somewhere. How did we miss that one coming in? I'm not sure. It's the Louvre Palace. Yes, the Louvre Palace Paris. Easy for me to say. Modular pack by iTortilla 1. It's two assets. You've got the towers at the end, then you've got two of the these long bits, the long bits in the middle. There's two put side by side there, and you can create your own palace. It's amazing. And we'll do a factoid because factoids, and I need some more lights. That's better. On the 15th of April, today's date, the 15th of April, in 1912, the SS Titanic sunk on her maiden voyage, and over 1,500 people died. 14 years earlier, a novel was published by Morgan Robertson, which seemed to foretell the disaster. The book described a ship the same size as the Titanic, which crashes into an iceberg on its maiden voyage on a misty April night. The name of Robertson's fictional ship was the Titan. Let's hope Titan doesn't think we like Titan. iTortillas, help. Louvre Palace Paris Modular Pack. That's today's asset of the day. Ay, tortilla. If I could do Spanish accents, that would work really well, wouldn't it? It doesn't. It really doesn't. We're going to skip over the highways a little bit faster here. We've seen enough of them to know what they're like. We're just getting a better feel for them. Sorry, that wasn't me. That was the chair. I've got a creaky chair as well. Need a new chair. The highways, they drift. They come back together. I promise you, I couldn't do that to order. I really couldn't. I just hope that creaking sound's coming through on the mic, because it's going to like, what is BonBon talking about? He's on one today. Maybe I am on one. Maybe I am. And the roads, because we're now getting out, see the trees are thinning out because we are off towards the edge of the map here, and the roads are kind of gone to pot as well because it doesn't matter so much. I kind of understand the shortcut that was taken here as it goes off the edge of the map over there. Now the rail is coming. Even though I've got a bit of blue mantle out here. There we go. Just a little bit. Yes, the rail is coming. It's not as bad as you think it's going to be, but it's not as good as it should be. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother switching the terrain lines on here. You're going to be able to make it out for yourself quite happily. See, it looks quite good there. And there are some areas where you go, ooh, that's... And then you get this. Then you get the roller coaster effect. And of course, off towards the edge of the map, you probably don't mind so much. But yeah, this map feels like although it's strictly speaking a fantasy map, because fantasy map, down the slope, yay! It does feel like a realistic map. And this rail line, it just struggles to even, of course, it doesn't affect the game at all. If you're not bothered about whether gradient goes up a 1 in 2, then that's fine. This will not put you off this map at all. If you're looking to play as a realist, this is going to be one of your biggest bugbears with this map. You know, you thought the roads were bad. The rail is very... Hang on, let me just have a look at this. Yeah, 2 catenary portals right next to each other. That was really, really close work there. And then we come down here. And yeah, it's just a bit clunky looking down here. In fact, we've even got one portal right up there. Yeah, anything coming across there would just crash against the side of the portal. Again, it's just an aesthetic thing. Doesn't really matter. We're nitpicking. We are very much nitpicking here. Very much climbing up the side of the hill again here. It's all up. It's all down. Up and down and down and up. If you like your ups and downs, of course, there was a really good rally race video from this weekend. If you've not checked it out, do check my channel. It's called Race Day, and it's been very well received indeed. Of course, there's always a couple of haters that will vote it down, and you can't do anything about that because there's always a couple of haters. This bit of the rail I quite like. Could have been a little bit slicker, but it's still not bad at all. Anyway, we're now heading off in towards the what would be the fog. We'll take that intermission and we'll come back and check on the shipping. What do you think? Shipping anybody on this map?
Are you baffled by how YouTubers put detailing on their assets? Are you frightened that something called anarchy would break your game? Then you need the BonBonB's Beginner Guide to Anarchy. Click the information button now.
And so back to Windham County by Nouvilas and the shipping routes. Well, fortunately there aren't any. You can make out there are air routes and that is fine, but yeah, clearly no shipping routes, and that's a good decision. Credit all due there. Yeah, your rivers are basically little dribbly things like this. It's not going to support the bigger city without obviously using the custom assets, and like here's your start square. It's very, very light here. Very, very light and very narrow. So yeah, it's more of an aesthetic thing. I would definitely be using those water towers if I was you. Here we come back this way. Just want to show you the rivers when we get down to river level. These are very nice. There might be 1 or 2 trees in the water, a little bit here and there, but they're fine. They're not drowned trees. They are water's edge. They are shoreline trees. They are just right. Riverbank trees. I would completely buy into this. I think this is one of the most aesthetic parts of a map. Again, with the combination of theme, LUT and design, and the choice of the trees as well. I think it all comes together very nicely indeed. We're heading up towards the water source, the spawn point for the water. It's not the most exciting I've seen. I can kind of buy into it a little bit, but I would just kind of, yeah, ignore it. Maybe level the terrain out a bit and just make it more of a marshy area possibly for that. It's not the best. I've dropped the bloody mouse again. Let me sort this out. Put the battery back in. There we go. We are back. Yeah, just take the battery out, put the battery back in, and it's working fine again. I don't know what is going on with this thing. Anyway, let's see what else we can show you. Yeah, down the start square, it's quite hilly. Over here, it is quite hilly. Follow the river down here. Actually, we do have a nice little confluence coming on down here as well. It does look really, again, really very nice. So you have to look away from the glitching of the highway there. In fact, if this is going to be my screenshot, how am I going to get this without showing that glitching? What's going to be the best angle to screenshot this one? Map as a whole looks like that. Got some really nice looking hills in the background as well. It's a really nice, good looking map. I'm going to try and find a screenshot location. What do you think of this map? Is this a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Not keen on the hill in the background. Will this be one of the top 10 maps in the month of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? I think it won't be, but I think it probably should have been. But you guys are going to prove me wrong, and this will be. This will be in there. Aesthetically, it's a gorgeous map. It's gorgeous. Where it's losing its possible maximum score is, of course, the highways. Just look there. You're nowhere near perfection when you've got highways that look like there. It's getting 4 stars though. It's a stunning map. Detailing definitely needs some work. We have seen worse. There are definitely some areas which are quite good, but there is work that needs doing. I can't give 3 stars when there's work that needs doing. 2 stars for detail. Gameplay potential, always the toughest one to score with something like this, because strictly speaking, it is playable, but it's a tough map and it's a challenging map. I'm looking at it thinking I would want to fix a few things as I was going. It's a fixer-upper map. If you're like a vanilla standard sort of player, you're not going to really like this map too much. If you're an experienced player, there's stuff about it you're going to want to fix. I'm going to say it's playable. I'm going to go 3 stars for gameplay, and think again it could have been more. Windham County by Nouvilas. That is a stunning piece of work, and I like it. I could have another fly around that later and maybe find some bits that I missed, but yeah, it definitely needs a bit of work with the networking, I feel. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. And to all of the BonBon buddies over on Patreon who are keeping me in food at the moment, thank you so much. Seriously, I have no income. I'm getting nothing from the state, and I have got no trade at all. Without you guys, I would be struggling. So bless you all, one and all. And I'll see you tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series.